Today we're going to install the Blox manual boost controller on our Evo 10. So let's get into it. All the hoses that we need are behind here. So we have our boost solenoid here. We're just going to disconnect the hoses that we need so that we can make it fully reversible if we ever want to put it back to how it is now. So right now I am running only wastegate pressure. As you can see, this is blocked. So just running wastegate pressure since the car wasn't tuned and it's a daily. So now we're going to try and install this boost controller here. Going to find somewhere to mount it so that it's easy to change the boost settings whenever we're ready to tune the car. So we have identified where the hoses are, which are way down here, if you can see that. And we need to just tee into that line and then use some of the provided Blox racing hose and all the other clamps and so on so that we can get it installed. So let's try and get to those and disconnect them. So when connecting the manual boost controller, the barb here you want to connect to the wastegate output, and then the barb on the end here you want to make sure that you're connecting it to the boost input source, right? So from wastegate to whether it's the intercooler or the manifold, you just want to connect it here, and then that way you can adjust the boost pressure by turning the knob. Remember, the minimum boost setting on this will be the factory boost setting on the car according to the Blox manual, so be sure to install it how the manufacturer recommends. Okay, here is the hose that came from factory. So this side was connected to the intercooler piping, this side was connected to the wastegate, internal wastegate, since it's a stock turbo, and actually finding that there was a hole in it, so that's interesting. And then this side we blocked off. This side would have gone to the boost solenoid, and this is where they teed it off from factory. So what we're going to do is essentially eliminate this and put the boost controller right in between this. So it would look something like this, where this is going to the intercooler pipe and this side is going to where the wastegate connects. Before getting all the hoses out and hooking everything up, we just want to make sure that we can mount this somewhere that it's easily accessible so that we can change the boost when we're ready to tune the car. So looking for somewhere that the hoses can reach to the boost controller first of all, and second of all somewhere that it's accessible. So if the bracket can work, then we'll do that. If not, we will mount it somewhere over here, maybe up here where it's easy to access, and then see what kind of length we can get from the hose to run to the intercooler and also the wastegate down there. After searching quite a bit, I landed on here, removed this kind of clip, and there's a stud right here, and I'll find a nut just to go on it, but it should allow us easy access here to just, you know, make a turn here and there, and then the lines would be able to run directly to the intercooler piping and then also down to the wastegate without this being in any real heat, because as you see the heat shield is over here. Over here is very warm right now, and then over here it's a lot cooler, so the lines won't be melting. And there is a very long hose that comes with the Blox racing kit, so a lot of hose to reach into the manual boost controller, and then we'll connect this side here to the intercooler piping, and then this side here down to the wastegate down there. So we have it installed, we have our hoses hooked up to where they need to be. So now it's just to tie strap these hoses onto the manual boost controller and also down there by the intercooler piping and the wastegate. So let's get those on and then we'll be done. So everything is installed. We put the manual boost controller in there, mounted it, routed the hoses as they need to be. Now it's time to test it and make sure we're not over boosting because we still need to get the car tuned, especially if you're adding a manual boost controller. It's always a good idea to link up with your tuner and make sure that all the AFRs are good and you're running a good boost level that won't damage anything. So let's test it out and go from there. Here we go again. Let's try second gear and see what the boost gauge says.